Okay, now, sorry to spend so much time on registration stuff, but we really want to get a clear picture of who's here and who's not, and the bodies on the ground is the most up-to-date information rather than what the computer system tells us. Okay, so just need to keep track of that. The sequencing now of this module is going to be a bit funny because for some of you now this is like your fourth class of HTML, and for others it's only your second. I could have a job keeping all that straight in my head now, so there's a very good chance I won't do that especially well. But not to worry, because each class anyway will probably do a particular thing, and as time goes by, well, I don't know. I'll figure it out anyway. You don't have to worry about it, okay? So some of you saw this example, which I'm not going to go into in any great detail now. What we're going to look at today is the list part of this. So today we're going to look at lists. These are structures you can do in HTML. And there are three kinds of lists in HTML. We have ordered lists, unordered lists, and definition lists. What we're going to look at today is just ordered lists and unordered lists. Okay, so I guess the choices between the fresh air or hearing me, so we'll go for hearing me, yeah? Do you want to close those windows? Because he comes up and down. It's very methodical, he'll be back. No. So in HTML, you can specify an ordered list, and that there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You can specify a list of things. And if we look at the HTML for that, we have OL for an ordered list, right? And then at the end, we have /OL to end the ordered list. So OL marks the beginning of the ordered list, and /OL marks the end of it. And then each item in the list, I like to think that LI stands for list item, starts with an LI and then ends with a /LI. Now you'll notice with an ordered list that you don't put in the numbers. The browser does that. So we just specify the things in order, and the browser then decides that that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or the browser might decide, if for some reason it was displaying the numbers in Arabic, it might use Arabic numbers. Or it might use A, B, C, D. You don't specify the details of that. You just say to the browser, give me your ordered list, please, however it is you do ordered lists. Told you he'd be back. And you do your ordered lists whatever way you do them. But these are the things I want in the ordered list in this order. Yeah? So if I was to change the order of these, if I was to put running up here instead of swimming, then the numbers would change. The numbers get put in by the browser. Any questions on that? No. Here we have an unordered list, and in an unordered list it's a UL, and it's the same except that you have bullet points instead of numbers. In an unordered list, the browser just puts in bullet points. What's interesting here though is that, like, we have our chips and apples, but inside in pizza we have a nested list. We have an ordered list inside in the pizza list item. And that's what's tricky. So Hawaiian and spicy chicken are part of the pizza list item. So you see that we didn't go unordered list li pizza / li. We didn't do that because inside in the pizza we have an unordered list and we have Hawaiian and spicy chicken. Then we end that unordered list and then we end the pizza item. So take a minute now to look at the two of those and digest those. Make sure you get what's going on. So we have an ordered list and we have our list items. And then we have our end the ordered list. This could just as easily be an unordered list as we have here and here. So this is an unordered list. However, the tricky thing here is that inside in pizza, we have pizza, chips and apples. And inside in pizza, as part of the pizza, we have nested into that another unordered list. And pizza doesn't end until here.
Why doesn't pizza end there?
Because it's not done, that structure isn't done until all the things in it are done. So the Hawaiian and spicy chicken aren't separate from the pizza, they're in it, in that item. So it's a bit like boxes inside boxes inside boxes. And the structure of HTML is very important. And so your overall page is like a big box, HTML. Inside in that are two boxes, a head and a body. Inside in the head, there might be some other boxes. Inside in the body then, we have various things. And this unordered list with pizza, chips and apples, that's one box. And inside in that, inside in the pizza box, there's another box holding Hawaiian and spicy chicken. So this is not, well, it's not what? It's very subtle, but it's kind of the whole point in HTML. I think if you get this, you get HTML. I think you can understand how it's a thing inside a thing inside a thing. You know, that you have boxes inside boxes inside boxes. If you get that, if you get this structure, then HTML is no bother to you. But it may take a while to get your head around this kind of idea. Any questions?
Did you do the nested list with the ordered list as well?
You could, yeah.
Same way as the
And often what happens is, if it's inside and running, we put an ordered list with 100 meter, 400 meter in marathons. If it was an ordered list, it might put them in as like A, B, and C or something. Or it might use, Roman numbers I. Or it might, and it would probably indent them as well like that. And you can put an ordered list inside an unordered list. You can put an unordered list inside an ordered list. This form part of the list item. So the point is that pizza is here. Pizza is all of this from here to here. And pizza ain't done until the spicy chicken is done. It's very tempting to say unordered list li / li. But the / li doesn't go there. This item here isn't done until you've finished off the things inside it. So if I was to fall under a bus in a minute, that point alone is probably enough to get you through this module. If you get this, you get HTML. The structure, HTML is all about the structure. And the HTML part of this module is all about the structure. Okay, there's a few tags, you have to know what they mean, but that's not the point. The point is how you fit them together. It's all about the structure. Any other questions? You sure? Yes, sir.
How do you get like UI out of that distance?
Just a second, we wait for the tractor to go. Sorry, what you say?
How do you get UI that distance away from the edge of the water?
The UL here. The browser just decides that if you have an item, if you have a nested list, if you have something inside and something else, it just decides it's going to indent them like that. It decided that. It also decided that the top level unordered list were going to be black bullet points, and if you nested things, they were going to be little white circles. If we had other nesting, they might be stars, they might be happy faces. Different browsers might use different happy faces. And that's another very important point, and something we're going to come back to again and again in this module, is that you say to the browser what you would like. And then you let the browser go away and do that however it does that. So it's like you go to the restaurant and you say, I want a Kung Po chicken, right? You ask for the Kung Po chicken, and then you let them go away and do however it is they do their Kung Po chicken. Okay? Now you might say, well, I want red peppers instead of green peppers, and I don't really want that much in the way of, onions and stuff. And they don't like that. Similarly, you say to the browser, hi, I'd like an unordered list, please. And this is the structure of it here. There's 3 items in the unordered list. There's pizza, chips, and apples. And inside in the pizza item, there's another unordered list embedded in that with Hawaiian and spicy chicken. So that's what I'll have, please. Can you go away and do that for me? And then the browser goes away and does that however it does it. You see people tying themselves up in knots but saying, but I don't want these kind of bullet points. I want blue bullet points. I want blue peppers in my Kung Po chicken. And it's hard to resist the temptation to want to totally control exactly what you're going to get. But no. You say to the browser, this is the structure of what I want, and you put that in the HTML document, and then you let the browser go away and do that however it does that. Now later in the module we will see how, if you really do want your bullet points to be pink love hearts, there may be a way to specify that. But you don't put it here in the HTML document. You leave your list clean and neat and uncluttered. And maybe somewhere else you can say to the browser, oh, by the way, when you're doing lists, could you do them this way, please? But not here. So you have to resist the temptation to over-control. So 2 big points now we've made there already today, and I would say they're the 2 main points of this module. So if you get that, congratulations, maybe you can skip the rest of the course. It's all about the structure. And you specify the structure and let the browser do its thing. Any other questions? Okay, so I have an exercise for you to do on paper, and hopefully there's enough for everyone. I asked the printer to do enough for everyone, but when it went and did its thing, it got jammed, so I didn't have time to count them. Okay, so I'll pass those around now.